Hello everyone, I'm Delane Cleveland. Here is a few of the stories making news today.
Parents of the Osseo School District are calling for a school board member to resign after she made social media comments that parents say don't reflect their views.
The only way for our district to excel is for the students and families of this district to be given what they need.
Rallying in the parking lot of Park Center High School.
With that being said, I will hand the mic over.
Parents, students, and staff are making their voices heard in the wake of George Floyd's homicide.
There is a large group of us that really believe that it's not enough to just not be racist, but that we need to be anti-racist.
Jessica WESTBERG says the outcry comes after seeing school board member Heather Douglas support a GoFundMe for the family of a truck driver that nearly ran over peaceful protesters last month on Interstate 35.
We had students from this very district that were on that bridge and that had to jump out of the way. And so we felt like that support was extremely insensitive.
The GoFundMe will help cover legal expenses for the trucker's wife. In part, it states that the trucker's pregnant wife had to leave the house and hide because of phone calls with threats from people who stole his phone from the truck. Douglas also made social media comments about George Floyd's criminal history. She later apologized, doing so again during Tuesday's board meeting.
I know that no apology will take away the pain that others are feeling, and I also understand that my own experiences contributed to my comments that were not shared at the time. I do support justice for George Floyd. I am deeply horrified by the way that he was murdered, and there is no justification for that.
However, parents felt the apology was equivocal.
It didn't really speak to those students and that trauma that they were experiencing.
Parents say they want to see Douglas removed from the board.
I think at the end of the day, we all show our voices and what we want when it comes to election time.
Two school board members proposed several anti-racial policies on Tuesday, but it failed to pass. The majority of the board says it needs to go through a process before it's given the green light. Reporting in Maple Grove, Pafua Yang, CCX News.
I'm Sonia Goins, and I'm at the Crystal Police Department where they are investigating back-to-back shootings, one of them fatal. Joining me now is Crystal Police Chief Stephanie Reverend. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Sonia.
Yeah, do you want to remind folks of what's happened in the last couple of days?
Absolutely. On Sunday, unfortunately, Sunday morning around 2:30 in the morning, we had a call at Big Louis of a shooting where unfortunately one person died at that shooting. And then the next night at around 10:30 p.m., we had another shooting at Big Louis where 3 people were shot and injured. Thankfully, nobody was killed by that incident. I want to make sure that the public understands that our investigative team and patrol officers are working tirelessly for the community and for justice for all of these victims. And also want to make sure that people understand too that this is not common in our city to have something like this happen. And we will make sure that we follow up with the investigation, making sure that we conduct thorough interviews with everybody involved, and we appreciate that the public is helping us with this incident. We also had an incident on Monday night at North Lions Park where there were shots fired call. Thankfully, nobody was injured or hit in that incident. Neither one of those are related, and nothing about these shootings are related to what has occurred in Minneapolis.
Okay, I mean, this is like uncommon for your city, you would say?
It is absolutely uncommon for our city. We do not see shootings on a regular basis in our community, and we just want to make sure that the public understands that we are here for them. We're here for all residents. We need them to help us with this situation and to call whenever they see anything suspicious.
Okay, anything else you want the public to know about these shootings or anything they can do?
Other than making sure that they call when they see anything suspicious happening in and around their neighborhood. Don't be hesitant to dial 911. I know some people are, but that's what 911 is there for, and that's what we are there for, is to protect our community.
I'm Eric Nelson for CCX News. We're in a cone zone today. 101st Avenue and US 169, the interchange construction is continuing. And joining us now is Kent Bernard from MnDOT. And Kent, thanks so much for your time. And some lane closures this week in both directions, right?
We're having intermittent lane closures basically from early morning till the evening this entire week. We've had crews moving equipment in and out of the work zone, and we're starting work on the bridge piers for the new bridge that will carry 101st traffic over Highway 169.
And when it comes to road construction, if you see these people, slow down, give them a break. It's a dangerous area, isn't it?
You have to remember that this is a work zone. There is going to be people moving around in the work zone. They may not necessarily ever get out into your path, but we do want to be careful there. Also, trucks moving in and out, bringing materials and equipment in and out throughout the day.
This project is supposed to finish up in the fall of 2020. Where are we now?
Well, right now we're still kind of, we haven't gotten a lot done. We've done a lot of earthwork up here. We've closed the exit ramp from northbound Highway 169 into the church. We do have 101st Avenue closed right now, but the big part of the construction's coming up with the bridges and working on the loops and the ramps here at 101st.
And this is a massive job, isn't it?
It's a really big job, and it's very important for the city of Brooklyn Park. They're looking at future construction and future economic development up here. It's also going to be a safety issue too, and it'll lessen some of the congestion here in the future.
And when it's all said and done, it's going to look a lot better. The curb appeal will be good, won't it?
It'll be a beautiful project when we're done.
All right, thanks, Kent. He's Kent Bernard from MnDOT. Again, we're at the 101st Avenue and US 169 interchange. The construction continues. In Brooklyn Park, I'm Eric Nelson for CCX News.